Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Okay, so I have a genuine question. As someone that is new to the dating scene for the last decade, but with the current dating culture, at what point does a situationship turn into exclusive or boyfriend girlfriend? There's, I know that there's got to be a time frame. At some point, you're like, okay, we've been talking for 3 months. Are we exclusive yet, or like, oh, okay, I know that there's different levels too of exclusive, oh, now you're my boyfriend. I don't know the difference, whatever, doesn't make sense to me, but I'm just curious, if you're going on several dates, you've been talking for a few months, at what point do you decide, oh yeah, we're exclusive?
Whenever I decide, and I know it sucks, but that's the way it is. What sucks even more than that is a situationship almost never turns into exclusive, at least not to anyone who thinks there's different levels of being exclusive.
How to stay detached in the talking stage. Despite what everyone may think, I've become very good at this because I used to be very obsessive when it came to dating and falling in love with every guy I was talking to because I am a hopeless romantic and I always thought that everyone I was talking to was going to be my husband. So here are my tips on how I've stopped doing that. Number one, go into it with a mindset that I'm in this for a good time, not a long time. Because you really never know if it's going to be a long time or not. And I think it's important to enter it with the mindset of I'm just dating to have fun and I'm dating to enjoy this person for the time that they're in my life. And that's okay, that not everybody is going to be my long-term partner. Two, leaving at the first real red flag. Okay, if they're not treating you with real respect and you're not getting a good vibe from them off the bat, it's probably going to stay that way, and this probably isn't your husband. If they're not treating you right in the talking stage, they're not going to treat you right when you're dating, or God forbid, if you're married or anything beyond that.
But does it really matter though when you're in for the good time and not for the long time? Does it really make a difference when you're looking for the vibes in the other person? He sleeps with you and then disappears for an entire week. I really don't see the problem. You're just gonna enjoy him for the time he's in your life. Oh no, dating is so hard. Well, it's gonna be that way for as long as people listen to these lunatics. I've been single my entire life. I've been ran through by every single guy I've met because I'm a hopeless romantic. So obviously I'm the most qualified to give others dating advice because why should I be the only one who's gonna be single for the rest of my life?
Do not treat texting them like it's something that you have to do. Because you're like, I have to text them back, I have to text them back. No, you don't. Enjoy what you're doing and live in the present moment. And you can get back to them at any time. You don't owe them anything. You text them back when you feel like it, okay? Lastly, number four, keep your options open.
Since this is my first ever Christmas being single since I was 15, and as a 10 out of 10 present giver, I'm going to give you the best Christmas gift ideas for your boyfriend since I'm clearly not going to be meeting them this year. Disclaimer, these are all things that I have got for my boyfriend in the past. Not all of these are going to match everyone's budget, but I thought I'd do a variation for people that do have a smaller budget and bigger budget. Number one, jewellery. It's such an easy present. You can get cheap or expensive jewellery. That can be watches, rings, chains, necklaces, earrings, whatever their style is.
She did say boyfriend, right? Gifts that you can give your boyfriend for Christmas. Buy your boyfriend earrings for Christmas because her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, got her earrings for Christmas. Did that sound just as dumb for everyone else or just me?
Has anyone else noticed that the single women of this generation are unlike anything I have ever or we have ever seen before? These are some of the most beautiful, stunning, stylish, sexy women I have ever met, but they're also funny and kind and caring and ambitious and career driven, and they have the coolest lives and they have amazing hobbies. This generation of single women, they're gonna change the world. I truly believe that.
Well, they're not gonna have kids, most of them, so there is that. What was your point exactly, though? Single women are so beautiful and amazing, and married women are gremlins? I thought you're all supporting each other based on you being women supporting all women, not supporting some women based on their marital status.
Men don't really approach women in the wild anymore. This is something that is very common. We all know this at this point. Dating apps, shout out. I understand it can be intimidating, but I just got a really good compliment. And it wasn't even a good compliment. It was just a good segue to have a conversation. This guy, very kindly, I could see him staring at me and I'm like, oh, here we go, And he just goes, I really like your dress. And that was it. And then he left me alone. And if he had kept going with the conversation, would I have talked to him? Yeah, because that was normal.
Yeah, it was. I wonder what changed. Could it be the fact that a guy was looking at you and you said, "Here we go"? Here we go what? I know this may come as a shock, but not every man looking your way wants you. But that's how the problem started, isn't it? Back when all the 500 pounds buffalo started yelling at men to not open the door for them, the reason they were trying to give or the excuse was that every man opening the door wants to look at your butt. Not even close. Now years later you want to be approached, but you still went with, "Here we go." That right there is one of the reasons why men no longer approach you, and I can't even pretend to be sorry for you.
I made a video saying this is specifically for people who have given birth because I wanted their advice, and apparently I meant women and mothers. People is just a word for a collective of like humans. It's a group. Yeah, I mean women who have given birth. I mean mothers who have given birth. I also mean people who have given birth who aren't women, and people who have given birth that aren't mothers. Shock horror, they do exist. It's really not that deep. That was a video asking for advice so that I could help a friend. It wasn't a video for you to put your comments on.
If you're only listening, yes, she looks exactly the way you would imagine she looks. But hey, people like this can vote, right?
I've started to see videos from men who have obviously probably not read but have heard of the "is having a boyfriend embarrassing" article, and they're making videos and they're like, actually having a girlfriend is embarrassing too. Hey, actually it's embarrassing to have a girlfriend. We know, babe, you've treated us like that for centuries at this point, not letting us meet your friends, not letting us meet your families, keeping us as side pieces, basically hiding us from the world. That's been the standard for y'all, okay? But what they don't get or refuse to get is that the embarrassment for men and women having a partner is completely different. It stems from completely different places because for women, historically, men have been our biggest ops. Society has been structured to keep women down for a long time. We used to not be able to get an education. We couldn't open a bank account. We couldn't have a credit card. We couldn't work certain jobs. Unless you were the property, quote unquote, of a man, you had to be attached to a man to do those things and to achieve certain things in life. And so now we've reached this time in our lives where we don't have to do that anymore. We are able to get an education. We're able to be financially independent without having to rely on a man to do so. Honestly, after reading this, the thing that I keep coming back to is Joe's monologue from Little Women, where she says women have talent and hearts and minds, and I'm so sick of being told that love is all a woman is good for, but I'm so lonely.
If you're gonna make a video trying to bash men for not reading an article, the least you can do is read the article yourself, so you don't have to go on a rant about how historically I was hiding from the world when historically we would have been married. Or if you just feel the need of making a video about how men are bad, just make a video about that. You don't need to start with some article. An article that, by the way, I've read and has nothing to do with anything you've said. The article was also talking about how women shame women for posting their boyfriends online. You either didn't get that far into the article or you chose to let that part out. And if that's the case, why?
A lot of men got their panties in a twist because I said you immediately assume a woman's a hoe when she's wearing skimpy clothing because you can only view her as an object. And then they got in my comments and then proved my point. Even if a woman is butt naked, she wouldn't touch you with a 5-foot pole because wearing skimpy clothes does not equate to being easy.
Actually, that's exactly what it equates to. It equates with you having no self-respect, and self-respect is the only reason holding you back from making the wrong choices. And yes, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on what we think wrong or good choices are. Women with at least an ounce of self-respect will never wear those clothes. For them, that's a choice based on their morals and values. Your choice in wearing those clothes shows you have no moral values, and that is what makes you easy. You choose to wear the same clothes the girls working the street corners wear because you are exactly the same, only not as smart as they are, because they're making money performing the same actions you do for free.
I thought this was common knowledge, but clearly some people lack it. So let me refresh. If you want to be friends with me, let me repeat. If you want to be friends with me, maybe don't hook up with my ex, right? I think that's fair.
Sure, but first of all, women don't do that. Second of all, there's a silver lining. The only reason she became your friend was to hook up with your ex.
Damn.
Excuse you?
Oh, no. I just mean like that's a pretty solid weight for you. Like, your height and
A
everything.
solid weight?
That's a
How did you
beautiful
mean it?
weight. A beautiful weight. It's a beautiful, perfect weight.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
What's the right word?
BMI
Stop.
on point. If that's not the right thing. BMI? That's like, you're fat, right? Like, no, like the fat levels. No, wait, no, like the fat levels, like percentages. I didn't mean it like that. You're beautiful.
And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.